Right, Paul, Morecambe at home. It's the first chance Cheltenham fans are going to get to see the three Liverpool lads play at Whaddon Road. Great start at Oxford, and how pleased you've been with the impact that your first three signings at Cheltenham have made.
Yeah, I think they've done great. I think the first game at Oxford, all three of them played a major part in us getting the win. Obviously, the goals from Kevin and Jack played a major part in the game, affected the game. And then obviously the away game was a very, very unique game in terms of conditions, but we didn't deserve to win. And but on the whole, I think that the new additions have been great. Jack's got one goal in two games, and there was always going to be a period of time for them to bed in. But I'm delighted. I'm delighted with what they've given us, and their massive value for money in terms of the deal that Liverpool have done us.
Yeah, there's not many better clubs to have a relationship with. I know you've got a good working relationship with Alex Inglethorpe, and if there's any Liverpool fans in the area, chance for them to come down and see possible stars of the future, that this the higher calibre of player.
Yeah, without a doubt, because all of the younger players have to start somewhere, and ultimately the goal for those players, I learned from Liverpool, is to get in Liverpool's first team. And why not? Why can't they? They're very good players. They've got great personalities, trained every day, and they're up for the fight, which is what we've got to all be up for now.
Yeah, Hartlepool probably the first time in all the games you've been in charge where you've not really been in the game. All the others have been one goal let in. You've been in the games, been very tight, and there was 19 goals that went in previous 7 games. I think it's only 8 in the 7 you've been in charge. So, do you see positives? Do you see progress?
That's huge progress alone. It was an alarming rate of goals going in, as you say, 19 in the previous 7 before I come in, and now it's 8 in 7. That's improving, and we've got to now try and improve all round. We've got to try and improve the other end, which we did at Oxford. We was able to score 2 goals. We broke a duck. I think it was 17 games without a win. We're trying to create a winning mentality. There's not been a winning mentality at the club because the club's been losing so much. It's been stuck in a bit of a rut in terms of a league position over the last 18 months. It's in a rut, and that's what I found when I've come in. But the staff assure me that things have improved. Players' performances have improved. I know we've seen sort of minimal reward in terms of points return, but ultimately we've not been really brushed aside in games and bowled over. We've been in all the games, and that's what we've got to build on. We've got to build on that. All of the players at the club that I've inherited, so to speak, have got a golden opportunity, like I said a few weeks ago, to have a future at Cheltenham. But the only way you're going to get a future at any club is by putting in performances week in, week out. If you're a striker, scoring goals, midfielder, box to box, and if you're a defender, keeping clean sheets as well as the goalies. So you have to break it down. The players have still got an opportunity, to show me what they can do and really sort of drag us up the table, because things haven't changed that much in terms of personnel. Yeah, I've bought the 3 young lads from Liverpool because that's all really I've been able to do with the finances at the club.
Yeah, you've not got the money to make wholesale changes now. So, have you told the players you've got half a season now to earn yourself a future at Cheltenham or in league football, professional football?
No, I want them to realise that. I've done a lot of talking this week with the players. I mean, the result away hurt. The result weren't good enough. The performance wasn't good enough. And I learnt a lot. I've learnt a lot in every day. I've learnt a lot after the games. Oxford was a really wonderful weekend. But maybe it covered up a lot of grey areas we have within the squad. So, it's shaking up the players. It's trying to shake up this group of players that we've got and put some realism into it. That where we are in the league, we've been in this position for a long time for a reason.
Yeah.
For a reason, and I'm trying to drag the performance levels up. I'm pushing the players all the time because this is the group we've got to work with. The players know that. The players can see that. When I come in, the chairman said it's going to be a tough job because the budget was spent, the budget was done, and if the budget's done, the budget's done, and there's not a lot I can do about that. I mean, we've been trying still to add to the squad, but it's very, very difficult.
Yeah, it's a massive challenge for you when you haven't got much money to spend. But do you call for patience? Because if you're not going to give a new manager significant funds, then you're going to have to do things very gradually, tweak things. Do you think it's patience is the key
Yeah, I
from
think
everyone
that
at the club?
there's been transparency. Yeah, it's very difficult to go from losing every week, certainly not winning for that many games, to then just winning every week. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. And like I say, it's about getting everybody to play to their maximum, everybody to give their maximum, and you have to hope, certainly I do, that's going to be good enough to take us up the league. We've seen signs of it, but it is down to us all now being positive. This is the group of players that we've got. They know that, I know that, and I'm certainly not going to lie to anybody, including the players. We've got to work really, really hard to get away from the bottom and try and move away from this position in the league. We did it for a little bit. We've got a couple of places up, and that's what we've got to do. But it's a heavy lift. It's not an easy job. But I knew that, and the players have a golden opportunity to get us out of the run that we've been in.
Yeah, you've brought in a 19, 20, 21-year-old so far. You've given Zach and Harry a chance, and Bobby's come on in the game. So do you think youth is something you want to see between now and the end of the season? Give the young lads a chance and more energy and sort of enthusiasm?
Yeah, I mean, after a defeat like we had Hartlepool, of course, there's going to be places up for grabs tomorrow night. There's no doubt about that. I've got to make my mind up on the team. If you look at the squad and you look at the players that are out, you've got Asa out, been out all season. You've got Stevie Elliott still out. You've got Matty Taylor's just come back. So the ones we're leaning on, the ones that are supporting the team at the moment are young players. It's as simple as that. And young players need support. They need backing. They're going to get that from me. And as I say, we've had a few weeks of training those players up and trying to give them the confidence that's needed to go and play in a League Two match, against someone difficult like Morecambe. So everywhere you look, everywhere you turn, it's a tough job, but it's one that me and Robbo are certainly up for, and the staff, and the players have showed. Like I say, the players have showed in glimpses, and I feel we've been unlucky. I thought we were unfortunate against Newport, very close in the Exeter game. We then kicked on against Oxford, and what you've got to look at as well, there's a lot of teams on the same points as us with a huge budget.
Yeah.
There's no doubt, but compared with ours, massive money. So we're not doing that bad in the grand scheme of things. But what we've, like I said at the start of this interview, if you're a striker, you've got to score goals. That's the way it is. That's what it's about. It's about putting the ball in the back of the net. And if you're a midfielder, defender, you've got to go and do your job. And that's what I want to see now for the second half of the season. And if we do that, it'll be good enough, hopefully, to take us forward.
Yeah, just finally, Paul, there's 499 Cheltenham fans at Oxford who would absolutely love the afternoon. And how important is it that even though the Hartlepool result was disappointing, everybody gets behind the team tomorrow night, because they need backing, don't they?
Yeah.
It's probably more than ever.
It's never easy when you're a supporter and you've been watching a team lose or draw, lose again. That's not easy. That's not easy. But one thing I feel that the Cheltenham people would say is the performance levels have gone up. And the performance levels have definitely gone up, and I know that from looking at a few of the DVDs prior to me coming in. That's the most important thing. I've been brought in to take the club forward, and that's what we've got to do. Now, it's not going to be an easy ride. It's going to be a bumpy ride, but it's going to be one that we're all going to have to get behind until I can bring in my own players. Of course I want to bring in my own players. Of course I want to put my touch on it in terms of what I believe's right for a club.